Yeah. So it didn't happen, but it's all cool. We still love you guys. Now here's the deal. Seriously, these guys are Facebook badasses. I know you guys hear a lot of hype, a lot about people doing crazy shit on Facebook. People come out with products all the time about it. These guys are the real deal. They run campaigns, literally like thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in commissions per day, um, and they run massive traffic. They do this for themselves, obviously. They did it for gurus for a while. I know you guys still work with a few clients here and there, but I know they mostly do this stuff for themselves, and they just blow shit up. It's really badass. They're friends of mine as well. I mean, they were at my wedding. Like I was just joking about Kyle having my house key. He literally does have a key to my house. Um, Not intentionally. His wife stole it and took off with it. No,
She's a bit shady.
you got to keep an eye on her. Yeah, you got to watch her. But they're really good guys. Again, they don't do webinars that often, but I was talking to them back in April about what it was they were doing, and I was saying, these guys need to, you guys need to do a webinar. You guys need to show some people what it is you're doing. Because I was talking to them about webinars and how awesome they are, especially if you have something that's good for folks and can teach them some stuff. And they know their stuff when it comes to Facebook. So I wanted to have them share that with you. I know they haven't really shared this with many people at all, with what they're doing right now. I don't want to keep them very long, and this isn't. This is mostly for you guys to see how it is they're doing Facebook, how they're driving massive amounts of traffic, getting tons of leads, making tons of affiliate commission sales. You can use this for affiliate marketing, CPA stuff. You can use it for building up huge email marketing lists. You can also use it for local clients. So if you're doing this for local businesses, they don't have to have this enormous, crazy freaking budget to get a lot of traffic in their area. You guys can do this for local businesses and help them sell more stuff, get more of a following, have more of an impact in their area, and more. And so you guys just keep tuned, watch this, take notes, see what's going on, and I think take advantage of what they're about to show you, because I think they're going to kind of spill it on a few different things if what a little bird told me is true. So you guys, Kyle, John, thanks so much for being on here and finally getting it going. Looks like John's by phone, so I appreciate it. Let's show what you guys are doing here on Facebook.
Cool. John, you there?
I'm here, man. Can you hear me?
Yep, we got you. Thanks, Taggart.
Yeah, thanks, man.
You guys got it, man.
Taggart. So, all right, guys, sorry about that, but we'll go to it. I'm not a big GoToWebinar fan. We have not done very many of these, but if someone wants to make a lot of money, come up with a webinar platform that actually works, and I think you'll do well. I would not discount evergreen webinars because I think it's us, not them. But anyway, we were trying to find a webinar platform to work, but it's not going to matter. So those of you that are on here, you're going to learn really good stuff, and I'll just get right into it, and we'll start to talk a little bit. So here's what we're going to cover. We'll cover who we are a little bit. So we'll tell you a little about Kyle and myself. We're going to talk about why you need Facebook in your marketing plan. We're going to talk about why Facebook hates you, because they do. If you're on this webinar, there's a very good chance that Facebook does not like you. They don't like affiliate marketers. They don't like direct response marketing. They don't like anything about us. So Facebook is not your friend. We'll talk to you about the different challenges on Facebook and how to overcome them. We're going to give you 3 different cut and paste campaigns. I'm going to get into this more a little bit. We're going to take you through our learning curve, some of the things that we discovered. And one thing you should know about us, and you'll know about it by this webinar, is that, we may make mistakes, but we just keep plugging along. And if you're an entrepreneur, you're probably like that too. And so we find even though we make mistakes, we make a lot of money. And then we'll figure out our mistakes and we'll make even more money. So it's a lot of fun. We're going to give you campaigns that we use and can implement. At the end, we're going to give you a little bit of a pitch. We'll show you how you can work with us. And then we'll do a question and answer. So hang out for the question and answer. We are live, so we'll try to answer all those questions. So one thing I want to point out is that we're just giving away millions of dollars today. And I really mean that. And I'm going to explain what I'm talking about, because this is not a typical webinar. We don't do a lot of webinars. So I think, and I don't know, Kyle, you'll have to tell me, this might be the 3rd one that we've done, and we only do them for guys kind of in our inner circle, and Taggart is certainly that. So we try to provide value. If someone wants us to do a webinar, we're trying to provide value. So this webinar that you see is about 97% content and 3% little pitch at the end. It's not even really a big pitch. So you're going to get a lot of content in this webinar. So what do I mean by giving you millions of dollars today, giving away millions of dollars? One of these campaigns that we ran and we run on a daily basis makes us in the diet niche about $2,500 a day. We're going to give you that campaign and show you exactly what we do. So let's just be conservative and say that you're going to make $500 on this thing, on this campaign that we give you. And there were over 400 people who signed up for this training. There's actually like, I don't know, it ended up being like 600 people. I did these PowerPoint slides a day or so ago. So it's even more than this. But let's just say you're going to make $500 a day times 365 days in a year based off this strategy that Kyle and I are going to show you today. That's $182,000, almost $183,000 times 400 people. That's about 73 million bucks, all right, if everyone takes action on this webinar. And so I'm a big believer in giving before you get. I really do believe that. So that's what we're giving you today. And we're going to show you these campaigns, and you can literally copy and paste this campaign and plug your offer in there and go make this kind of money. That's not an exaggeration. Obviously, FTC, you know, your results may vary. You might lose money.
FTC shut down right now, John.
Yeah, they're on a break.
That's right.
They're on a break right now, so yes.
That's right. So you're guaranteed to make money, right? You're absolutely guaranteed to make money as of today. So, yeah, as of right this minute. I love it. I forgot about that. So that's perfect, man. So my point is, I've been too busy trying to get webinars to work to understand what's going on in our government. So basically, grab a pen and a piece of paper and write this stuff down because you're going to learn something, I promise. You're absolutely going to learn some stuff on this, and you can go implement these strategies today, all right? Today, you can implement these strategies. There's no need to wait. There's no need to try to gather more information. When we show you what we're going to show you today, go do this stuff tonight and start making money, and you will. So, you know, who are Kyle and I? My name is John Tarr, and you guys probably do not know me, but a lot of internet marketers do because I've worked with some of the best internet marketers around. I've worked with Frank Kern, Ryan Dice, Perry Belcher, and some other gurus that you might know in a lot of different forms and different capacities. So have been in this community for some time, but most people haven't heard of us because Kyle and I sort of run under the radar a little bit. We've never had a product up until now. We've never really done anything until Michael gave us the idea to do it. So that's kind of where we come from. And one of our claims to fame is that we took a top survival product from 300 units per month in June of 2012 to 32,000 units by November of that same year. So in about 3.5 months, we scaled that product up from 300 units to 32,000 a month. So we are media buyers is what we are, and I'll get into that. My partner is Kyle Bell, who you have heard. We do not call him the webinar whisperer, but we do call him the Facebook whisperer because Kyle is an absolute Facebook ninja. He's the best person I know for coming up with really awesome ninja tricks for Facebook, which will get you high click-through rates and really cheap traffic, which is what it's all about. So with that, our company is called Badass Media, and we work with basically some of the biggest info publishing companies around. So if you've seen products on ClickBank, we're probably the people running traffic for those guys behind the scenes. So we've got dating offers. We're in the survival niche, as I mentioned. So we're kind of your go-to guys. If you want to scale up your offer and you have a good offer and you need traffic, they call us. That's what we do. So, yeah. And the other side of our business is this. We run affiliate offers because Kyle and I understand traffic and we understand fifth-grade math. We're like fifth-grade math savants. So you might have heard of ClickBooth, Convert to Media, some of these other companies, we run traffic through these guys. And so a lot of them know us as well because we run affiliate offers. And these campaigns that we're going to show you today have been developed by this actual traffic. So when we hit on a campaign for a client, then we'll plug in different products to make sure that it works across the board. And then once we figure that out, then, you know, that's how we kind of roll these out. So what I'm trying to tell you is this is not theory, okay? And these are actual results and actual campaigns that we're running. This is not a, hey, come to my seminar and let me tell you what I think might work, and hey, how much does it cost to get an opt-in? Oh, I don't know, anywhere from $1 to $10. It's not like that. These are our actual results. And when I say that, please do me a favor. You're going to see actual results in this presentation. And my ClickBooth rep got a bunch of phone calls from one of our webinars out of the 3 we've done. I think this is our 3rd. But people calling and trying to get hooked up because we run a lot of volume. So we get some special privileges at ClickBooth and other places. So please don't do that. If you guys want to get hooked up with those guys and connect with us, we'll be more than happy to do that for you. But she's like, hey, can you please not have people call me? So anyway, so these are actual results that we're doing. Here's some of the stuff that we have done. We ran a survival product at 100% ROI for 92 days, spending $5,000 a day. We were making $5,000 a day on that product for 92 days. I didn't even touch the campaign. We run one diet offer. We're about $2,500 daily profit promoting this as an affiliate. This is known as the ball game campaign. We're going to give you that campaign today, so stay tuned for that one. We run about 23-cent leads to a squeeze page to cold traffic in the health and fitness niche on a list building project that we do. We had one campaign that we're not going to show you today, but we were able to get 10,000 clicks in an hour at about 9 cents a click in the diet niche. Now, if you're familiar with Google traffic and you try to run stuff to Google, those clicks would cost you about $5 each on Google, which basically is going to cost you about 10 grand or so. So just keep in mind.
All right, there we go again. And another one down. Hang on here. Let me jump in and take over this presentation here.
So you're the Facebook whisperer, huh?
Well, I don't like to be called that. He does it because I told him don't call me that, and so now he goes on every time and tells
Dude,
people
all of
that's
my emails going out after this are the Facebook whisperer.
Yeah,
Just got it.
I'm not real interested in having the Facebook whisperer as my name, but what are you gonna do, right?
I have you whispering in Mark Zuckerberg's ear as the graphic.
Yeah, one of the things we like to joke about is we didn't invent Facebook, we just own it.
Hey, you guys do. You kill
Hello?
it, dude.
Yeah, hey, there he is.
Yeah, no, my call dropped. So let me get right to it. So Facebook,
hey, wait, hang on. Slow down there, Turbo. I know you want to jump back into this, but okay, we can see your screen now. Cool. Go ahead. Carry on.
Cool. All right, because this stuff is important for you to understand, like for real. So so hopefully you guys are writing this stuff down or mentally taking a note of this because it's pretty important. Facebook's a lot less saturated than other traffic sources because marketers don't want to deal with the headaches. And when I say marketers, I mean guys like us. They don't want to deal with the headaches because they don't understand what you're about to understand on Facebook. So because of that, and you guys know that when you're dealing with less traffic, you're talking about you're talking about less competition, which means lower cost per click, which is really, really important. So I want you to keep that in mind when we're talking about this stuff. So let's talk about why you need Facebook, all right? You need Facebook because you can get clicks as cheap as 3 cents. And what I mean is thousands of clicks. It's not just a few clicks. I'm not talking about 100 clicks. I'm talking thousands of clicks. You understand the amount of traffic that is on Facebook right now that inexpensive. And here's the kicker. You can go get cheap traffic on a lot of ad networks, which you guys probably know if you run paid traffic. But I'm talking about quality traffic because most publishers are going to tell you that Facebook traffic is is better than any other source of traffic that they're seeing. So they have a better stick rate on their products. If you run affiliate products, the people will love you because the people rebuild. It's just an amazing, amazing source of traffic. And the reason is people are living their lives off Facebook. I mean, they're on there all the time, and it's just a phenomenon. And I know, I keep up with Michael. He's on vacation from his wedding, and I'm keeping up with it because he's on Facebook, and I have everything on Facebook, and you all probably do too. So the quality of traffic is awesome, and you can take this one traffic source and literally dominate your market and have tremendous ROI on Facebook. It's just amazing. You don't even need another traffic source. So Facebook hates you, okay? And there's a reason that. So there's some stuff that we've got to do. If you don't like you because you're a direct response marketer or some sense of a direct response marketer, actually one of the results from your advertising, who considers that spam? Products that they like and a little bit more than, and you just have to deal with it. And what I always talk about is, by the rules, okay? That's what.
Hey,
now,
John.
Here's some of the yeah.
John, you're cutting out a little bit.
Yeah, I'm losing it too.
Okay.
I don't know if
I'm here.
I don't know if it's your phone or what, but do you want me to continue this on?
Well, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I got you now.
Well,
Yeah, you're just going in and you're breaking in and out pretty good.
Huh? Is this better?
Yep. Don't move.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Cool. So, Phoenix is a wonderful place to get a phone signal. So, all right, here's some of the challenges that you're probably dealing with at Facebook. If you ran any traffic on there at all, you're dealing with this stuff. You're having a hard time getting your ads approved. That's a huge challenge. When your ads are turned down, you have no idea why they're turned down. That's a huge challenge. Your account spend limit is limited to a very small amount, and so you can't increase your volume, and you can't scale up your product, which you're probably dealing with. Your click-through rates suck, and it's costing you money by paying more per click. There's actually a trick to that right there. And what a lot of marketers are facing, and if you hear people talk about, oh, the cost of my click is too high or whatever, Facebook has got a specific set of rules that they want marketers to play by. And if you don't understand those rules and you don't play by them, then what ends up happening is you spend $1 or $1.10 per click, and your buddy is paying 10 or 15 cents a click. And it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that he is going to beat you because he's getting cheaper traffic and the same traffic. And here's the deal. This is a writer downer, so write this down. Facebook traffic does not convert like other ad platform traffic. So what you need to know is that Facebook is going to convert by half. So if you're paying 2 times per click what your buddy's paying and your conversions suck, guess what? You lose money. And that's why a lot of marketers say you can't make money on Facebook. It's completely not true. You just have to understand the rules of the game. Some of those things that Kyle and I are going to show you today. So keep that in mind. And by the way, if you've had your account or your product banned, we can help you with that too. We've been there. We've had plenty of accounts slapped with Facebook. So those are some of the challenges. So now we're going to get to some good stuff here. Kyle and I are going to take you through 3 different campaigns that we use. Now this first one is old, and you're not going to use it. But the reason I put it on here is because I want to give you some context on how these other campaigns were born. And so you need to understand the way Facebook works. And so I wanted you to have a different perspective on Facebook and go with Kyle and I as we take you through these. So there are actually 2 campaigns that you can start using in your marketing today. So we're giving away 2 campaigns here, so hang with me. So I don't know how many of you guys have made money by accident, but it's a really cool thing. So accidents happen, and Kyle and I were running a product for a client called Sold Out After Crisis, which is a survival product. We were running it on Facebook early in the summer of 2012, and we had an outstanding ROI. We were making a couple 100% ROI a day, doing, you know, 2 to 3 grand in sales volume a day. And so, you know, we were making some pretty good money on that. But Facebook kept slapping my ads, and I couldn't figure out why, because my ad didn't violate any terms of service. I tried to be really clear with what was going on, et cetera, et cetera. But what they didn't like about my stuff, besides I'm a direct response marketer and all that, is they didn't like that I was taking these people off of the Facebook page. So what I had to do was I had to keep them on the page so that I could make sure to be able to profit and keep them on the page. And so I started a fan page and ran traffic to a post. I'm going to show you this stuff. And the post was an offer. And I was just really messing around with it. I was just kind of testing some different things, as, you know, us marketers like to do. Well, I forgot the ad was running. I forgot it was running. And that's what happens when, you know, barley and hops will get to you. And so this ad ends up running. I get a call from the publisher, and he said to me that, he said, where are all these sales coming from? And I said, I don't know. It's not for me because I'm not running any traffic to it right now. And he said, yeah, you are. It's your link, and we're getting all these sales, and we have no idea where they're coming from. Well, basically what had happened is I thought I shut the ad down after a couple hours, and I didn't. And this thing was running like for a week, and it was charging us, you know, we were spending about $1,000 a day at that time. And the results were just incredible. We had a 5.5% click-through rate on this ad, which is amazing if you're dealing with Facebook stuff. The average click-through rate on Facebook is like basically 0.03 or 0.3, something like that. So this was amazing, and we were crushing it. So this campaign that I'm going to show you ran for 92 days at 100% ROI with a $5,000 spend. So you can actually take this campaign and run it today and make money with it, but I'm going to show you some tricks that we learned by running this campaign and with the amount of traffic that we run, and I'll show you how to improve on this. So basically, here's some lessons that you should write down, okay? Write down these lessons, and then I'm going to show you why. Always run to a fan page. That's one thing you want to learn about Facebook. Always run your offer to a fan page, the end. Always run your ads to a Facebook post. So you want that post to basically be an ad. So always do that. Never deviate. Obviously, you're a direct response marketer, so you want to have an image and a call to action. The image is the most important thing on Facebook. This stuff that I'm giving you isn't even the ninja stuff, but your image is very, very important. That's like 85% of it, and have a call to action. All right, so why do you want to do these things? Here's what we've learned over the years here, the last couple of years we've been running Facebook stuff. Facebook charges less to run to a post than any other form of advertising, and it's about 50% less. Facebook is going to approve your ad much faster and with less scrutiny with a post. And I'm getting ready to show you how you can build up social proof, and that just compels people to respond to your ad. Social proof is huge. I mean, as marketers, you guys know we're always trying to get social proof, right? I mean, you know, before and after, and hey, look at this fancy car that I drive, and look how easy my webinars are to jump onto. Social proof is what people are looking for, and I'm going to show you one of the biggest things social proof will allow you to do. So check out this right here. You can see this post, Concerned Patriots, September 14, 2012. Do you have the 37 critical food items you should stockpile for a crisis? Click on link to watch video. There's no image here. There's no image, right? So this campaign hit every branch of the ugly campaign tree that we know today, yet I was still making $5,000 a day. But here's one thing I want to show you. Do you see these likes? 62,514 likes. 19,117 comments. 11,774 shares. Okay, almost 12,000 people shared this ad with their friends. 12,000 people. And that is invaluable. So, you know, can't do a webinar, but can make some Facebook ads jump. And so you can see this right here. Now, I'm going to show you something else here in a second. I'll come back to this page. But we got more lessons here. First of all, don't spam your page, all right? I'm going to show you this. Look at what I did here. And, yeah, okay. Do you guys see this? Look how many posts I have on here that's just selling the same thing, right? There's no content here. I'm just spamming the hell out of the page. I'm making money. That's what I'm doing. So don't do this. And we're going to show you, Kyle's going to show you today how you can test different ads and not spam your page. So keep that in mind. You don't want to spam your page, and I'm going to show you about that. But I wanted to show you. Secondly, use an image. Oops. Didn't use an image on that ad. Still got really good results. Second, click loss. Oops. I'm going to show you something about click loss that Kyle and I didn't understand that we understand today. So of all the clicks we sent to that, about half of them probably ended up getting there. So when we were making $5,000 a day, we left a ton of money on the table. So I'll show you how to avoid that. And finally, here's a good thing for you guys. If you're not real bright like Kyle and I, Dan Kennedy, who I'm sure you've heard of, says it's the offer stupid. Well, it's a good thing it was the offer stupid because Kyle and I didn't do anything right on that campaign like what we know today, yet we were making that $5,000 a day. So you don't have to get everything right. All right? You don't have to get everything right. And I think that's the moral of today's webinar is that you don't have to get everything right and you can still be successful. So there's something really poignant there. If you're somebody who doesn't take action until everything's perfect, stop that. And I'm not going to, go all Tony Robbins and make you fire anything, but stop it. Just do stuff, okay? Just do stuff, and you're going to mess stuff up, and, welcome to the human race. That's what it's all about. But if you don't do anything, you're not going to make anything happen. And I say that because I want you to implement these campaigns tonight. So with all the things we didn't know, we still made that $5,000 a day, basically 200% ROI. We measure our ROI by the amount of profit we get. We did all these things wrong that we didn't know, and we thought to ourselves, wow, what if we knew then what we know now? What could we have done? Well, I'm about to show you what we know now, so you don't have to play that what-if game. And when you work with us, you don't have to play the what-if game because we're always ahead of the curve, and we're always learning. So, my dad, who has passed away, used to tell me, I said to him once, Dad, if I just knew then what I know now. And he said, John, you'll be saying that the rest of your life. And it only gets worse, believe me. And it's really true. And so let me show you what we know now. And I'm going to show you a campaign here. So one, use a clickable image. Kyle and I, when we first met Michael, we didn't know how to use a clickable image. And we found out how to use a clickable image, and it's changed a lot of our ads. And so I will show you that today. And we ran a test to show you what to do, and I'm going to give you these two campaigns that I showed. So with that being said, write this down. There's two words that you want to avoid on Facebook when you're running ads like I just showed you, which is running them to a post. And I'm going to start throwing a lot of content at you, so make sure that you are, just writing down. So click loss. You want to avoid click loss. I'm about to give you an example of how that works, okay? So what is click loss? Click loss is when they click on your ad, and then they have to click a link to watch the video or opt in, etc. Okay? So obviously, I just showed you how it can work, but there's a better way, which I'm going to show you now. But follow my screen here because I'm going to go back to this page and show you what I'm talking about. So if you look at this campaign, you see this ad on the right side. So I'm going to click on this ad, right? I'm going to click on this Infusionsoft ad. Let's just pretend in this fantasy world that we're living in that you can click on this ad and you're going to go to this post. Well, now I've got to click on this link again. So lots of people don't click through. And if you're marketers, you understand about click-through rates. So basically what we're doing there and what we're going to do with the clickable image in our ads is I'm going to show you how to eliminate that step. Actually, I'm going to show you a test campaign, and then Kyle's going to show you how to eliminate that step because he's the one that discovered it. So now they can click on your ad, it goes to your post, and it opens up immediately, so you don't have to worry about that. And so that is what click loss is. And if you're on Facebook, you've probably dealt with that because so many people are running this stuff like that. Like I see so many ads that people are running that are dealing with click loss. And I'm like, oh, they don't know about click loss. So, all right, let me show you these two campaigns put together. So this is dating offer number one. I just did this to mess around, and I did something wrong, and I'll show you. So we have a fan page called The Man Zone. It's a free video presentation reveals how to land your dream girl using this one weird trick. I'm not sure if you guys understand this, but you can do almost anything nowadays with one weird trick. It's so awesome. Back in the day, you used to have to actually know stuff. Now everything is one weird trick. So here's the actual ad that I ran. Here's that ad on the Facebook page. You can see it right here, The Man Zone, one weird trick, and I am showing you the ad the way I had set up the SAC campaign. So this has got the click in it, not the clickable image. And here is the second ad. Now, there's a reason I have a different image here, and it probably, I'm not sure how much of a difference it made because, typically when you test things, you want to test image to image. You only want to have one variable that's different. But I couldn't do that this time because Facebook doesn't allow you to have text and ads, and I messed that up when I loaded it. So here's the thing, though. This picture is not as good as pictures with cleavage. Cleavage always wins in life and in Facebook, okay? Remember that? So,
Amen.
Amen. Yes, yes, absolutely. So this one here, Land Your Dream Girl, controversial video reveals weird trick to attract beautiful women. This is the actual ad here. Now you can see this right here. There's no place to click, right? Because when you click on that image, it takes you immediately to the offer. And so you have eliminated a step. Guys, this is not rocket science. This is not like Kyle and I, Kyle did not go to Harvard or Yale or MIT or anything like that. Neither did I. The bottom line is it's common sense that if you eliminate a step, then you're going to make more money. So this is all common sense type stuff here that we're going to show you. So here it is. Here's this ad here. And here is the first situation here. 1.119% click-through rate, 1,368 clicks, $500 I spent on this. I'm going to show you all of our stats. These are real stats. Here is the other campaign. 4.182% click-through rate.
That's huge.
This is also a rider downer. The higher your click-through rate, the lower your cost per click. Okay? It's really simple. So if you can get 4.182% click-through rates, you're going to get cheap clicks. See this? 12 cents per click. Now look at this last one. So look at the last one. Okay. I was paying 37 cents a click. Now, 37 cents a click is still not very expensive, but 12 cents a click is much, much, much cheaper. And so your offer doesn't even have to be that great if you're getting 12-cent clicks to quality traffic. So that's the power of Facebook. Now, so here are our stats side by side. We sent more clicks to the clickable image ad. Our cost per click was 12 cents. We had 1,542 clicks that made it to the VSL. That's 68%. You can see up here, we only had 19% of our clicks that made it to the VSL. We spent $500 on this ad. We only spent $263 on this one that ended up getting basically, I don't even know, I mean, look how many more clicks. This thing got 1,200 more clicks to the VSL for half the money. And that's the difference in this clickable image campaign. So imagine if we were doing that to the Sold Out After Crisis campaign that I showed you, where we were making $5,000 a day off of that ad spend. I mean, my God, we just left all kind of money on the table. But, you don't know, right? So this is what we know now. So offer one, we had basically I lost 40% on that offer. We lost some money. And the reason was we had too much click loss, as you can probably see there. And so the new ad with the clickable image had 185% ROI. So again, when we factor ROI, we are factoring it by profit. So we really had a 285% ROI to the way most people, mere mortals, figure ROI. Kyle and I shoot for $1 in, $2 out per day on every ad that we run on Facebook. That's what our goal is. We don't always hit it, but we hit it most of the time. So what's going to happen now is Kyle is going to take you step by step through this clickable image campaign to show you exactly how to set it up in Facebook. So if you follow along, he's going to show you how we set this campaign up. So Kyle, I think the chair is yours, my friend.
Yep. Let's make me presenter. No guarantees, guys, but we'll see if we can get this to work. Can you guys?
Everybody's a little nervous.
Yeah, well, them and me both. Can you guys see my screen here? If you guys could just put it in, tag it. Did you say yes?
Yeah, we got it.
Okay, cool. Thanks, guys. So I'm in Power Editor, and we've already kept you guys a while here anyway. Without getting into Facebook exactly, this is Power Editor. You guys should be fairly familiar with this if you're doing Facebook ads. If not, everybody has Power Editor inside their Facebook Ads Manager. But this is where we create a lot, probably 90% of our ads is within Power Editor. And I know there's some tools out there like Quia and some other ad management tools that'll help you create a bunch of ads quickly and do day parting. We don't do a ton of that stuff. We focus on what makes us money, and then we just drive that home. So anyway, this is Power Editor. This is where we create most of our ads, and I'm going to show you how to do that clickable image. And like John showed you, we are paying the difference to the and some people asked what a VSL is. That's a video sales letter. That's what you actually want people to see because that's what inspires them and convinces them that they need this product, and then they buy. And we were paying, in that one ad, $500, and only had 263 people that actually clicked on the Facebook ad, actually made it to the VSL to actually even have an opportunity to buy, which obviously is not a very good situation. So, in fact, when we were in St. Martin, we were asking Taggart, he's this internet, expert guru. What is your title, Michael? I don't even know what you are, but
they call me Dirty D right now.
See, so Dirty D, he's Dirty D. We were asking him when we were with him, we're like, hey, do you know how to do this? What could make that work? Because we knew if there was a way to get people to actually click anywhere in that ad, that it would then send them straight to VSL without having to click on the ad, which then sends them to the post, and then they got to click the link within that anyway. And like John said, you don't want to throw up hurdles if you're trying to get somebody to buy something. You want to make it as easy and as quick for them and have the least amount of resistance that you possibly can have. So we knew that there we had this idea that if we could just get this or something like it to work, then we would increase our ROI and everything would be much better in Facebook world. So anyway, inside Power Editor, this is where we do it, and this is how we create the ads. So if we go into Power Editor and we go into pages and we create a post, let me show you. So this is one of the options. If you click on this down arrow where I'm pointing, you can go to the pages that you're managing under your Facebook account. And so this would be the interface that you would see, and you would go to create a post. So when you go to create a post, this image pops up. And now you guys need to write this stuff down and pay attention to what spots I fill out, because that is important. So pay attention to this. So I have pre-populated a lot of this to save you guys some time, but I'll show you what needs to be filled out. So you want to make sure your link goes here. So whatever you're trying to sell, wherever you're trying to send them, this is where when they click anywhere on your image, on the text, anywhere in that ad, they are going to be sent here. And somebody asked, how do you get somebody to click on the image? Well, first of all, a majority of the people in the world click on an image before they'll click on text. It's just like force of habit. They'll just run through, they'll click on an image because they want to make the image bigger, or they want to see it closer, or whatever the case may be. So the way this ad functions is if they click on the image or any of the copy, any of the links inside it, no matter where they click, they will be sent to the video sales letter. So getting them.
Hey, Kyle.
Yeah.
A couple people are saying they cannot see the screen. Can I get a quick poll of who can see the screen, who cannot? Because I can see it just fine.
Yeah, I have a couple people that
I
say they
got
can see it.
a no. I got yes, 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 yes. So everybody else can see it except for just a couple of people. So it's probably a bandwidth issue. So those who cannot see it, if you have anything that's running on your computer like Skype or anything else for that matter, just try and kill it so you can um, see what's going on. RM said folks just need to zoom in large on the top left corner. I'm not sure. Oh, yeah, where it says zoom in, you can say full screen or all sorts of stuff on there, top left corner. So, yeah.
So we good? Everybody or
Yeah,
most?
we're good. We're awesome. Sorry for
Okay,
interrupting.
cool. Yeah, no problem, man. Um, and like I said, there will be a replay. We're going to try and get through this pretty quick. But when you get the replay, go back, pause it. You can, make sure to go back through it if you need to. But so to answer that question, how do you get somebody to click? It doesn't matter if they click on the image or the copy or wherever. It will get them to where you need them to go without having to, send them to a post, which then they have to click on the link again. So anyway, you need to put your link here. This is where you want to send them. That's where you need to put your affiliate link, or if you're going to hide your affiliate link with a bit.ly link or whatever, wherever you're sending them, that goes here. We're going to leave this post text blank um, because I don't want anything else in that whole ad that they can click that's not going to send them where they need to go. So I'm leaving that blank. Your ad headline will go here. A caption, which goes right underneath your link. And this link headline, this will be blue. Um, it looks like a URL or clickable link or hyperlink or whatever those things are called. Um, and it will look like that. So people will instinctively click that. But this is the caption that goes right underneath that. And then you've got your description, which is where your copy is. And I've uploaded an image you can, import from a website or upload. But these are the categories. You need to leave post text blank and you need to fill in these other ones. So make sure you fill in these four and leave this one blank and do it as a link ad. You do that, then you hit create post and your post gets created. I'm not going to create this because it's not going to prove it because that's not a real URL. But what happens then is it creates an ad that looks something like this. So this was your link headline, this was the caption right below it, and then here's your copy. And you see that anywhere that I click in any of this on the URL or on this hyperlink, on any of this, any of those things on the image, they're going to anywhere I click on that, it's going to send me to the VSL. So um, don't pay attention to the comments about our green coffee not working. But that is what the ad would look like in a newsfeed, and there's no other place for these guys to click, right? So anywhere they click in any of this, they're going straight to our video sales letter, which is what we wanted. John, did you have anything to add to that before I shoot her back to you?
No, I think you hit it fine, actually.
Okay, cool. One more thing, and just so you guys understand, part of the reason we wanted to show you that first campaign is so you could get an understanding of what we did wrong and kind of how we grew. And because we understood how Facebook functions and understood what we needed to do, we wanted to be able to create something where we didn't lose all those clicks. So that's a pretty sweet trick right there, guys. Again, if I went too quick through there, make sure you watch the replay, go back, and then if you guys do have questions, we'll stay on till whenever you guys stop asking questions at the end. So save your questions and we'll go through those at the end if you need to. John, I'm going to shoot it back to you, right? And you've got the
Yep.
results actually for the ROI on those 2 dating campaigns.
Well, yeah, I already went through those, but now
Okay.
we're going to go through, we're going to talk a little bit about the ball game campaign and show them some stats on that.
Cool. Let's see. I'm going to send it back to you now. Cool. It should be back towards you now.
Got it. All right. Can everybody see my screen?
Yes, I can.
All right. Okay, guys, so a couple of things here. So that's one campaign that we have for you. Clickable image campaign. You want to use that if you're an affiliate and you're running, if you're running any kind of offer that is like a VSL or if it's a video or anything like that. So if you have local business clients and you're doing videos, anything like that, use that campaign. It works really well for that stuff. So that's what you want to use. Info products, that kind of thing. This campaign that I'm going to show you, if you run affiliate offers on a CPA type campaign, or if you do coupons, let's say you're a local business marketer and you want to give people coupons to that business, this works really well for that type of stuff, this ball game campaign that I'm actually going to show you. I just do all the talking. Kyle does all the real work. So
He's the looks of the operation.
that's right. That's right. So basically, I'm going to go through how we created this campaign. And what was happening is Kyle and I were running CPA offers to a diet like trial green coffee offer. And, you know, I'm sure you guys have seen those. We do this we do a lot of trial offers, and we're running some stuff directly to either basically the landing page. We were doing it directly to the landing page, and we had a positive ROI, and I'm going to show you the numbers. We had a positive ROI, but we needed to keep people on Facebook, and we needed a quick landing page. People on Facebook, they don't really have a huge span of attention. I mean, they're on there checking their stuff, posting some pics or whatever, and so we needed something that was like a stopgap, that we could have a little lander to tell them what to do instead of sending them straight to the sign-up form. And basically what we had found, I mean, it's much like a little kid, if you guys have little kids, that, you know, you don't tell your little kid, go do something like, hey, go in the other room. I mean, right, you're being specific, you know, put your spoon in the sink, turn on the water, rinse it. You know, you're giving them steps, and that's what you need to do with your prospects, no matter what kind of business you have. And so we had a little bit of a disconnect, sending people straight to the page. So what we did is we came up with the ball game campaign. And when I say we, I mean Kyle. Kyle came up with the ball game campaign. I think I was on vacation someplace. But the ball game campaign has been one of our strongest campaigns to date. This is the one where we run green coffee. It works for all trials, so you can just plug your trial in here, muscle building stuff if you're an affiliate, Garcinia, Cambodia, whatever that is, skincare stuff. It works for all that kind of stuff. And this campaign consistently makes us about $2,500 a day. So we run this campaign. Kyle's going to show you exactly how we do it. Here's the stats before the ball game campaign. So we're getting $36 CPA. We're sending 1,136 clicks. We had 24 conversions, about $864 in revenue, 76 cents EPC. And we were making some money because, as you can see with some of the cheaper clicks that we've showed you on Facebook, you can make money. If you're getting an EPC of 76 cents, you're in pretty good shape. You can make money on a lot of different offers with that. So we're doing okay. Now let me show you the stuff from the ball game campaign after we went to this new platform. 460 clicks, 46 conversions, so we're like converting at 10%, which is stupid. Revenue is $1,748, and you can see the EPC here, $3.80. Those are actual screenshots from our ClickBooth account. And I took that right after that campaign started, but the conversion percentage was unbelievable. And I don't have to, I don't have to tell you that if you're making $3.80 a click, you're making money on that campaign. So, because we're not spending $3.80 a click. So what's strong about this? Here's what you need to understand from a marketing perspective. What's strong about this is that the page opens in Facebook. And so it actually opens in the newsfeed of the user, which is really, really ninja. It's cool. It keeps the user on Facebook, which leads you to cheaper clicks. And the user is going to make it to the offer. So remember we talked about click loss. There's not going to be a lot of click loss here. And so that's also very big. The mid-lander that I'm going to show you, and if you don't know what a mid-lander is, don't worry about it. You're going to see it here in just a second. But it's simple, and it doesn't distract someone. In marketing, a confused mind says no. So we're always very, we don't want to confuse people. They may not like what you have to offer, but we don't want to confuse them, right? Make them say yes, make them say no, but don't confuse them. And so this lander does not confuse people. It tells them exactly what to do, which I think is really important. So Kyle's going to recreate this campaign and show you exactly how he did it. So Kyle, you want to jump in on this?
Yep. And I will tell you a couple things. Going back to the last show my screen. Okay, going back to that last post I did, it was called a dark post where we showed you to do the clickable image. If you guys do it just the way I showed you how to do it, um, that post will not post 50 different times in your news feed. That post is actually what they call a dark post, a ghost post, unpublished post. There's lots of different names for it. Um, but what it does is it does not post to your Facebook fan page, which is good for a couple reasons. The first of which is that you don't spam the page like John had with that Sold Out After Crisis campaign that we were running, where every post is just a new version of the ad. If we're testing a different image or testing a little different copy, whatever the case was, we didn't have to do 50 different posts. So that dark post allows you to essentially create a bunch of ads, target a bunch of different people, maybe change an image, maybe change some copy, and the only people that will see it are the people you're targeting in your ad. And so once you find a successful one or the best one, you can post it and make it public, and everybody can see it. But while you're doing that, you don't have to spend 50 posts and just spam everybody on your fan page so they see the same post. So a couple people had some questions on that. I wanted to go back while we were kind of still talking about that before we got into the ball game campaign. So here's the ball game campaign. And again, I pre-populated some of this while John was talking, just so I could have kind of go through it quickly. But if you guys do any type of um, email opt-ins, if you're doing coupons, if you're doing local businesses and you're a massage shop and you want to offer a $20 off coupon, if you're doing anything like that, we use this for green coffee and Garcinia trial offers. Any of those type of products, this splash post is a great product to use to do that, because like John said, it keeps people in their newsfeed. This is what they see right in their newsfeed. So they can click, yes, I want to try a bottle right from their newsfeed without ever having to leave or go anywhere else. So it's a great way to get people to stay in their newsfeeds. Just sell them something real quick, get them to enter their email, several different things. But the ones we use them for are kind of what I've just talked about there. So Splash Post, I think they have a $1 trial too, so you don't have to spend a ton of money to get started with Splash Post. You can play around with it, see if it works, see if it gets you some results without having to pay for it. But anyway, so this is what we use for that ball game campaign, and I called it the ball game campaign because John and I were talking. I was like, man, if we could just figure out how to get them to the sales page with a little bit of information, so they have enough information to buy when they get there, it'll be ball game, like it's over, right? So I sent him that campaign that morning, and I used the tracking ID of ball game. So that's how he got the name of the ball game campaign. That's where it came from. But anyway, so if you look at this,
$3.80 EPC it was.
yes,
And
yeah,
is.
it didn't take long to figure out that was a winner. So anyway, all these things, there's a template, and there's a bunch of different templates, and I'll show you those in a second. But this is the one we were using for green coffee, and I just want to show you how much of the stuff you can customize. So you can go in here and you can write anything here. You can change this. Um, Let me highlight. You can add, delete the text. You can do the same thing down below it. Whoops, I deleted the whole thing, so you don't have to delete the whole thing. I'll show you how to upload an image. So if you upload an image, it's super easy, guys. You can literally create these like in a matter of seconds. Let's see. Anyway, I don't even know what this is. But Oh, it looks like a skin care offer. So that was the image. That would be a bad image, but you can zoom in and you can see that where it changes over here, this box is kind of the image it looks like. And this was actually part of a skin image. You can see the lady's mouth and wrinkles. But so anyway, you would click that and then you would just click done, and that would be your image right here. And you do the same thing. If you want to change this image, you click on that and you would upload a new image. Same thing over here. So a lot of this stuff is easy. You don't have to, create crazy images with circles around them to get them to fit. You just upload an image and you can move the box around and highlight what you want to highlight. Again, this text down here, all editable. So you can change that. You can change the background color by clicking on this. This button down here, just a quick marketing trick. We were doing this, and before I switched to the ball game campaign, I would use something like, yes, send me a bottle, or I want to try my free bottle. Nope, I didn't say that. I want to say try your free bottle. Let's say get your bottle here or try your bottle here. If you're using the third person, it will not perform as good as if you put it in the first person. Make them read it. Yes, I want to try my bottle, or I want to try a bottle. Make them in the first person. You'll convert a little better. But anyway, so you can change the color of the button. You can change the text on the button. You can do, again, you can customize all that. But it's super easy to be able to just come in and fill out these pre-packaged little areas. And then down here, I think this was our link, but you put your link to the URL. Make sure you hit the check mark, guys. We've created a bunch of these without hitting the check mark, and it won't keep that link. And so it's just send them to a blank URL. So you don't want to do that. Make sure you enter the link, click the check mark, and then click next, and you'll go to the next page. And Splash Post takes a little bit of time to work, so be patient with it. It's a little clunky, but it makes a lot of money for you, so it's pretty good. We don't use any of the email gates or share gates with any of our stuff. One guy asked me why we don't do that. Again, we don't like to put up hurdles between us and our buyer. We might, maybe it would help get some more people to see it for free. If we're only paying 12 cents a click, we're already getting clicks cheap enough, and if we're making $3.80 every time somebody clicks it, I'm not going to really put up many barriers for them to get to that. So anyway, we just leave that off. We go to next, and hopefully you guys saw the copy I had up there. Don't use pictures of Dr. Oz. I just threw those in because before you could use them. You can't do that anymore. You're going to get yourself in trouble if you do. So this is how Splash Post works. And this is all customizable again. This is going to be your headline. This is going to be your page name, actually. It will link to your Facebook page, and it puts your fan page right there. This is editable. You can change this, make it say whatever you want. Then you add your copy down here. And this is what people are going to see in your newsfeed, and this is what people are going to see in the ad. And when they click on it, again, just like the clickable image, if they click anywhere in here, this whole thing from this white arrow down here slides up, and this remains below it. So they don't leave Facebook. You get them to click somewhere, and they just stay inside Facebook. So they're looking at their friends' pictures over here, and their mom's birthday right above it, and where they're going to dinner next week below it, and whatever else. But they just stay right on Facebook. So they click anywhere in this ad on their newsfeed, and boom, it sends them straight to. It doesn't send them anywhere. It just hides this image up here, and all they see is this come to the front, and they can just click yes, I want to buy. So that is how we did the ball game campaign. It's super easy. It's super fast, super quick because of how they've prepared their templates for you. And then you just go ahead and click post to Facebook, and it goes straight to your page. Now, I will tell you that this is not a dark post. So the one we showed you before with the clickable image, those don't have to go to your fan page. This one, when you click post to Facebook, it will show up on your newsfeed. So a couple things. One, you don't want to do back to back to back to back to back and just crank these out because that's all your people are going to see. One trick we've used is we'll post one, and then we'll go ahead and backdate it. So we'll go into Facebook on our fan page and just change the date. And instead of, October 1st, 2013, we'll make it, January 1st, 2013. So it goes back 6 months and posts down further in your newsfeed. So it's not going to be all people see on your newsfeed. And then you can create a couple more if you do that. But these will post to your fan page. So just a heads up, you don't want to spam them like crazy as far as that goes. So that's the ball game campaign. That's Splash Post. I think they have a dollar trial. I think they have affiliate links. We don't even get any affiliate commission. So we're not going to give you any link to it. Just go to splashpost.com, and you guys can start using that, play around with it. Again, it works awesome if you've got local business type stuff, if you've got email opt-ins that you're trying to collect, if you're trying to get, just real simple, $4.95 trial offers. One of our buddies uses it for a $4.95 shipping on a little credit card survival tool that he uses. So lots of different uses for it, but definitely try a Splash Post. It worked super well for us. So John, that's that on Splash Post. Let me make you the presenter again here.
Cool, man.
Maybe. Okay. Make John presenter. And guys, like I said, we will answer all your questions. So if you were asking questions while I was going through that, don't worry, we'll get to all your questions before we leave.
Yeah, all right, guys. So can everybody see my screen?
Yep, I can.
Dr. Bell? Okay, cool. So now you have, we're almost there. We're almost to the end here. And you have 3 different campaigns that you can use today. The first one's going to work for you, but obviously you don't want to use that in lieu of the clickable image. So that's the one you want to use. And hopefully this presentation has opened your mind a little bit to some of the things that are possible with Facebook advertising. You've seen the results Kyle and I have had, and so we're going to get to all your questions in just a second, and we'll stay on here as long as it takes. We're not in any hurry, so whatever you guys need, we'll help you with. So just ask your questions. Now, our company, as we mentioned to you, is Badass Media, and we literally spend, with not only our clients' money but our own affiliate offers, millions of dollars per year on Facebook. We test stuff every day and can fail really, really quickly. So understand that, we like to fail fast is kind of our mantra. Fail fast, develop these campaigns, which can be really profitable. But Facebook's changing every day, and you just saw how things from September of last year have changed compared to this year. How are we doing things 13 months later? And really it was those things changed over a course of 6 months. So every single day Facebook changes, and in fact they just changed some image requirements and things like that. So you kind of got to be on top of this stuff, and we feel like we are. So if you want to team up with us, there's a way you can team up, and we can help you with your campaigns. And we don't really care. Here's sort of who we're looking to team up with. If you are an affiliate marketer, you want to team up with us. If you have your own products, you want to team up with us. Whether you're an info product person or an e-commerce person, we can help you with that. If you help or you're an ad agency for local businesses, we can help you as well. Really anything that requires traffic, we can help you with. We will be able to show you how to make more money than you're making today, at least we think. And so how you can work with us is we have an 8-week intensive Facebook training that we do. And the training is online, and there's a total of 16 calls. Every week we have a training call where we'll go through this step-by-step with you, a campaign that we actually run. We say, hey, go run this campaign and make money. And then we do a question and answer call every week. And sometimes those calls last 30 minutes, and sometimes they last 2 hours. It just depends on what the question and answers are. So what we show you in this training is why your ads get rejected on Facebook and how you can get them approved. We'll show you how to run affiliate offers under the radar and not get your account shut down. We'll show you how to use the Power Editor tool to explode your click-through rate and get some of those click-through rates that we mentioned, like you saw, that 4.1% click-through rate. We'll show you how you can leverage Facebook and their reps to get some of the stuff that you need. We'll show you how to get average click-through rates of 1%. And we'll show you the 5 to 10% click-through rates as well. There are click-through rates that we've gotten upwards of anywhere from 7 to 12% using certain strategies. We'll explain those to you. But Kyle and I don't even run ads. If we can't get a 1% click-through rate, we don't even mess with it. We're going to show you how to get cheap clicks as low as 3 cents each that convert. We're going to show you why video on Facebook rules and how to use it and convert clients at an amazing rate no matter what your business. We'll explain to you what a custom audience is and how to leverage these for maximum profits. Kyle goes through again what is a dark post and how to use them without spamming your fans but still allowing you as a marketer to test. We'll show you how to get your spend limits raised on Facebook. I had an account at Facebook that we were spending $75,000 a day on. We show you how to get 30-day net terms with Facebook, which will increase your cash flow. This is tremendous. We'll show you which images to use and which ones to avoid for the best click-through rates, because remember, as I mentioned before, click-through rates are everything on Facebook. The higher the click-through rate, the lower the cost per click. So you want to know this. So as I mentioned, addition to you, this is not a normal webinar. This was 97% content. Well, it's not a normal webinar for a lot of reasons, right? And that's because it started a half hour late on another webinar platform. So that's the first reason it's not a normal webinar. But besides that, it's not normal because we actually gave content to help you get your Facebook campaigns jumping. But this training is not a normal training either. And so we're not training on theory. This is not a big box of stuff. But we give you a new cut and paste campaign to run with every week. So we're going to explain this to you right now. But in addition to that, Kyle and I pretty much hold your hand through the process to show you everything that we do. So these campaigns that we give you are already tested and proven. So it's not a situation where you've got to reinvent the wheel on this stuff, okay? We already know that it works. So campaign number one. This campaign generated leads at 20 cents each in the diet and fitness niche. If you're in that niche, you know how expensive that traffic is. You can use this campaign for list building and or building super affiliate lists. So if you combine this campaign and combine it with your own explosive autoresponder sequence, you'll create enormous profits. I don't care what niche you're in or who you serve in your marketing, you will profit from this list building campaign. Campaign number two, this campaign generated a click-through rate of 12.67% and around 7 cent clicks in the diet supplement niche. We had about 10,000 clicks in an hour. By the way, it wasn't an hour, it was more like 44 minutes, if I'm correct. We'll show you how to implement this video campaign in any niche with 20 bucks to make the video and crush conversions using basically a ninja Facebook workaround that they actually endorse. And Kyle came up with that campaign as well. So campaign number three is going to allow you to explode your results by combining paid and viral traffic on Facebook. It's about the only time that I talked about viral traffic or any kind of viral marketing. I'm not a big fan. I'm a paid traffic guy because I like to know what I'm going to make every day when I wake up, and this will allow us to do that. So it's a must-see campaign, though, and the only time that you'll get viral traffic out of me. Kyle also expands on the ball game campaign that we showed you today, including stats and tricks for new offers that we're running. So we're constantly sharing with you things that we're actually doing. This is not, again, theory or, hey, I think you need to try this out. These are actual things that we do. Campaign number 5 is a top secret video campaign that we're running that we're just crushing it with. This campaign is really, really powerful, and as most video campaigns on Facebook are. Campaign number 6, how to redirect traffic outside of Facebook and still get a low cost per click and still get Facebook's approval to do so. So I'm going to show you how to drive traffic to that fan page but redirect them to outside of Facebook. And this is really powerful, and there are a lot of instances where you'll want to do that. You're going to get a call with Chris X, who is named for Michael X. We named our son Chris X because of Michael, and here's why. Chris worked in the Facebook ads account department, and so if you had an account that was slapped, there's a real good chance that he was the one that slapped it, because that's where accounts go to die. And so he's going to tell you how to stay on the straight and narrow with Facebook from an employee perspective. This call is priceless, and I've got to be honest with you. When we met Chris, it changed our lives with regards to Facebook advertising. We were having lots of struggles with Facebook, and he made things very clear to us on what we could do and what we could not do, and we share that information with you guys on this call with him. So if you think that it might be a good fit for you to work with us and you want to explode your income using Facebook, go to www.facebookbadass.com and fill out the information form. And someone from our office, and it's not a someone, it's Melissa, will be contacting you, and she'll set up a time for us to talk. And on this call, Kyle and I will go through your goals and find out if we're a good fit. We'll explain to you at that time what this training entails and, the costs and all that stuff. Here's what I will tell you. The calls you will have will be with Kyle and myself. This is not a call center. You're not calling into Never Never Land to a call center. It's not like that. Kyle and I run the people that come through this course. And it is an application process because our trainings have a lot of energy and people make a lot of money. And we design it to where we work with the right people. So, on these forums, we'll ask you some questions about your business, and they're not very intrusive. But what they do is they give us a snapshot of where you are. And it's okay if you're not making the money you want to make or you're not quite running a business yet. We can share with you our affiliate model, and you can use that to start making money. But really what we're looking for, not necessarily people that are really making a lot of money today. If you are, that's awesome, and we encourage you to go to the link because we certainly want to work with you. But if you're not making a lot of money yet, don't be discouraged. Go to the link, fill it out, and we can talk about ways to get you making what you want to make. So if you haven't hit that magical 10 grand a month and you want to start doing that, go to the form, fill it out. Worst case comes, we talk for about a half hour, and if it's a good fit, it's cool, and if not, we made a new friend. That's kind of the way we look at it. So don't be intimidated to fill that form out. Kyle, you have anything else to add there?
Yeah, a couple things. Yeah, just and again, John or I will talk to you, and we like to talk to you guys because we like to see what people are doing out there and what kind of people or what you guys are working on. So it's also cool for us. And if you pick up the phone and we talk to you, even if we don't end up doing something together or if you're not going to be in the course, we still give you ideas and tips and tricks on the phone specific to what your industry is and what your campaigns are that you're running. If you just have general Facebook questions, general business strategy questions, it's like a free hour to talk to us that people pay a lot of money to deal and work with us on a regular basis. So it's kind of a freebie for you guys to just get on the phone call. And again, there's no high pressure sales or anything. We just see if it's a good fit, if it's going to make sense for us and you, and then we could talk about doing something in the course together. But fill it out. It doesn't hurt. There's no charge. It'll be a live call. You're not going to get some sales guy like John said. There's no hard closing or there's nothing like that. It's just conversation about what's going on in your business and what you're trying to get.
Yeah, I mean, we're big believers in with regards to you're either a fit for us and we're a fit for you, or we're not for whatever reason. Doesn't make you a bad person. Doesn't make us bad people if it's not a fit. It just means that we're not a fit. So Kyle and I are, in our opinion anyway, pretty good guys. So we like to talk to people and see if we can add value on the call. So definitely fill that form out. And then Kyle, you want to take some questions? Little Q, little A?
Yeah, let's go. Okay. First off, I'm going to change it back to my screen, John, because some guy had a question about how the splash post appears in your Facebook. So I'm going to steal the screen back from you guys. I did post that link in the chat box and in the question box. So you guys should, if you want the link, you should be able to click on it down there. Can you see my screen now, John?
I can.
Okay. So this is that one we actually just did right there. I'll have to take this down in a sec. But so this is the ad that they would see, or this is how it would appear in their newsfeed, depending on what you're doing with it. And if you click on this, it pulls up that image right below it inside the newsfeed or wherever they were. So they don't ever have to leave Facebook until they click, yes, I want to try a bottle, and then it sends them to the sales page. So that's how that works. The splash post. So I can't remember who had that question, but that's how that works. Let me switch it back to you, John, so they can see that screen. But that's how it works. So hopefully that answered that. Okay, there's some replay questions. Guys want the replay? Yep. Awesome. Thanks, guys. Yep, no problem. Can you send me the buy link? We don't have a buy link. We actually do a phone call because we like to talk and chat and stuff. So
yeah, I think I've got a friend of mine, Kevin Nations, who helps entrepreneurs, and he said basically helping people make hundreds of thousands of dollars does not have a buy link. So because we want to talk to you guys and we want you to talk to us, and we want you to understand that we're real people and these are real results. So we like chatting with you on the phone, and that's why.
No, and that's a great point. If you take any of these campaigns and start making $500 a day, most people, for whatever reason, their target goal is like $10,000 a month, and that's $327 a day. And so if your goal is to make 10 grand a month, you only need to make 327 bucks a day, which isn't a lot of money. You know, on these some of these campaigns, we're making 5,000, 2,500 bucks a day profit. So it's certainly out there on Facebook. And just with one or two of these campaigns, you guys can really change your life and what your free time looks like and what you're struggling with in the current world. So, you know,
Yeah,
it's
let me add something to that too, because I know you have to understand a couple of things here, guys. I don't want you to, and gals, don't be intimidated by the numbers. Like, you know, when you see 62,000 likes, X amount of comments, we're making 5 grand a day, we're spending 5 grand a day on one campaign. You have to understand a couple of things. A, we run campaigns for other people. So that do high volume. You don't have to work with huge budgets to make money on Facebook. There are campaigns that I've ran. Now I'll spend $200 a day and make $800 in revenue. So if you don't have 5 grand a day to spend, it's okay. You don't have to be spending 5 grand a day, even $1,000 a day. You can spend $100 a day and make really good money on Facebook. There's no reason you could make an extra 6, 7 grand a month just spending $100 a day. So don't be intimidated by those numbers. We run volume and traffic like that, but that doesn't mean you have to.
right. We also, just so you guys know, run campaigns where the budget's $100 a day or $50. So certainly
Sure.
not out of the realm. So good point, John. Okay, some of these guys have some content questions. So will my ad show up on all Facebook pages or only the pages that have liked my page? I'm new to this. Thank you. So if you do an ad like we're showing you with the splash post or power editor, we advertise to those. So we will send people to those ads. So they will not be people probably on your fan page, although they could be. But what you'll do is you'll go after people who are similar to your fans because they've bought from you in the past. Or if you know that your people love Glenn Beck, you'll send your ad to people who like Glenn Beck, and it will appear in all the people's ads or all the people's news feeds that like Glenn Beck. So it does not necessarily only show up in your news feed or to your fans. It shows up, because part of what John and I do is try and go out and get new buyers. Um, we will go show to people who have not seen our stuff before, and that's how we do that. Um,
Let me add something to that. With that being said, you can run ads to just, if you have, like that Concerned Patriots page, I think we had 67,000 fans at that time, and you can run ads to just those people if you want. So the targeting can vary depending on what your overall goal is. So there's no real simple answer. But the great thing about Facebook is you can target very, 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 very narrow, which is awesome. Because as you guys know, if you target narrow and pick the right market, you can do really well with regards to giving people a good value for what they need and selling your product. So it's cool.
Yep, good point, John. The next question is from Jim. Does this work for free credit score and payday loan CPA offers? Well, Jim, I will tell you a secret. Facebook does not like green coffee. They don't like quick diet fixes. However, one of the things, and for those people who got off before they hear this is a tidbit I probably should have included earlier, but so congratulations for you guys staying on. If you use Splash Post, you can use the free credit score and payday loan stuff, which wouldn't normally get approved in Facebook as long as you word the front part of your ad properly. You'll be able to get your CPA link into that splash post, and Facebook won't look at that CPA link. What they'll look at is they'll see the splash post image, and that's what they base their approval process on. So they see a splash post link and they're okay with it. They see a free credit score link, they're not going to be thrilled with it. So if you're running CPA offers that Facebook doesn't typically like, you're definitely going to want to use Splash Post because it allows you to get those ads, those type of ads on Facebook without without having to cloak or do anything super crazy. So yes, to answer your question, Jim S., you can use it for credit score and payday loans. Same thing we did with green coffee. If you were just to create a buy green coffee here without trying to cloak it like a bunch of people do, it would get slapped. So if you do a splash post, you'll have a shot at getting it up. So yes, that would work. Uh, will this webinar be recorded and replayed? John, yes, it will be. You'll get a recording at some point, hopefully soon. I have not heard of or worked with Power Editor. What is the reason for that and not the basic ad creation area that I use? Thanks. because up until recently, Lynn, the Facebook normal ads manager has been severely limited in what they allow you to do with ads. You just have a lot more freedom and creativity, and you can create mass ads much quicker, and you can do some of the things and tricks that I've showed you in Power Editor that you couldn't do in your traditional ads manager. Now, some of that is starting to change as they become more and more used, but we still create all our ads in Power Editor. John, did you have anything to add to that, or?
No, to the previous question, listen, anything that you run traffic for today in a direct response fashion, these techniques will work for you. Okay, so you may have to tailor a couple of things. So as far as the free credit report, payday loan, stuff like that, these things will work for you. As far as the Power Editor question, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things you can do on Power Editor that just don't work in the regular ad platform, and that's why we do it. So it's not very much. Obviously, you guys know it's not that complex if we use it. So, but it does allow you to do some different, more creative stuff.
Yep. Thanks for sharing the information. Great job, guys. Thanks, Dan. We got a question from Tom. In Splash Post, can I collect an email address? Yes. One of the templates they use or they have is a email collection, which will link with your I think there's 6 or 7 different email platforms: Aweber, Mailchimp, Infusionsoft, iContact probably. So your bigger email providers, it will connect directly with. There's ways to do it if you don't have one of those big email service providers, but for the most part, if you're using one of the big ones, there is a template that has an email opt-in form, which is an excellent way to collect email. So good call on that, Tom. Putting those dots together. Yes, it's a great, Splash Post is a great tool for that. In your ad setup example in the Power Editor, where is that ad seen on Facebook? The sidebar, the newsfeed, both? Where's the best place to post an ad in your experience, the newsfeed or the sidebar? Well, Dan, there's a couple answers to that, and I'll go first, John, if you don't mind, then you can kind of follow up.
Sure.
We normally do it's a tricky question, Dan. It depends on what we're trying to do. If you're trying to get a higher click-through rate, you're just going to want to show that ad in desktop newsfeed only, because people in their newsfeed will click on it a lot more. However, your conversion rate won't be as high because those people are accidentally clicking. It's just in their newsfeed. If you do desktop and desktop only with newsfeed and the right-hand side, your conversions will be higher on the right-hand side, and your newsfeed will kind of keep the click-through rate high enough so that way it kind of takes the best of both worlds. If we're trying to scale offers, we will go with the right-hand side and newsfeed, just because people are more inclined to buy. Plus, you don't get hit with spam complaints all day trying to do that. But there's a couple different ways. We never send them to a mobile page because most of the products we are running are big, long sales videos, and nobody's going to sit and watch a sales video on their cell phone for half an hour. So we don't send them any mobile traffic to those. So that's one caveat I will throw in there. John, did you want to finish anything up on that?
Yeah, I mean, if we always test to the news feed and scale to the right-hand side, that's typically what we do. So if we've got an affiliate offer we want to run, or you want to test some stuff for your own offer, we test that to the news feed. We can determine pretty quickly whether that offer is going to get some traction for us. There's different metrics for both of those, which is why it's not an easy thing to answer. I mean, there's different conversion metrics for news feed versus the right-hand side. Your ad will burn out really, really quickly if you just run it to the news feed. So there's some tricks there, but test to the news feed and then roll to the right-hand side if it's a winner. That's what we do.
Yep. David Abrams asks, if the clicks go to your page, won't a lot of click create a bunch of spam posts? I'm not sure I 100% understand that, but yes, you will.
I understand exactly what you're saying, and yes, so you either have to have a VA to monitor those things, or you have to do it yourself. And it doesn't take very long, but yeah, you'll get a lot of, not necessarily spam, really. I mean, you get some bots that'll do spam, but it's mostly just negative, bitchy people that post a lot of stuff. So So yeah, you just delete them and you go on down the road. It's actually, I'm glad he asked that question, because one thing that you'll notice if you have your own products or if you're an affiliate or whatever you are, man, you can get some valuable information off those comments, even negative, because people will tell you, oh, sales letter's too long, or oh, the sales letter's redundant, or oh, I don't like trial. Dr. Oz said that they suck. I mean, you get all kind of cool feedback, and then you can tailor your message to hit that. Every now and then you'll find some really good nuggets in there people will tell you. So it's actually a really good source of, it's almost like doing a survey, except these people are engaged for real because they took the time to comment. Even if it's negative, it's powerful.
Yes. Dan asked another question. I saw in your ad example that you had less than 1,500 impressions on winning campaigns. Why wouldn't you put those on CPM where you would have paid much less than you did with CPC? Well, Dan, in a perfect world, those two equations would correlate. However, every time we've tried, and we always, John and I joke about going back to Shawshank. Like, you got out of jail, now you want to go back? Because every now and then, probably every, I don't know, 3 months, we'll be like, hey, let's test CPM again, because it's got, with our click through rate at 4%, it's got to be, our clicks are going to be super cheap. But every time we try and do CPM and scale up, we get our butts handed to us. I don't know if Facebook just starts showing it to everybody, showing it to, the same person gets to see it a bunch more. I don't know what the case is, and I don't have a real great answer for you, but every time we try and switch from CPC to CPM, we get crushed. So we stick solely with CPC.
Well, that's not 100% true, because we are testing and have done some really good things with optimized CPM stuff, but it's not with these types of campaigns. It's more of a 3-step tier campaign that we run. And so we've used optimized CPM for that, but Kyle's 100% right. We just get murdered when we go from CPC to CPM, and so we just don't do it.
Well, we say we don't do it.
We will pay you thousands and thousands of dollars to teach us, but we've never been able to figure it out.
Yeah, and we've had people swear by CPM, and so we always lay the gauntlet down. Okay, show me how to get cheaper clicks running the same ad than what we're paying right now with our budget, and nobody's been able to show us. And we run in some circles with some pretty big Facebook marketers ourselves, so nobody's been able to prove it, because we say that if you can prove it, we'll switch, but nobody's been able to prove it to us when we try and scale up like we do. So what kind of advertising type produced the highest click-through rate? That's going to be, a newsfeed ad with a great image is going to give you the best click-through rate. I'm not sure I'm answering that question. I don't know 100% what you're asking there, but to get the highest click-through rate, you got to have a great image. And if you do desktop only newsfeed ads, that's going to get you the highest click-through rates.
And also, it depends on your targeting. I mean, if you're targeting a survival niche with a survival product, you're going to get a higher click-through rate than if you're targeting and trying to scale a diet offer, because the diet offer is a lot bigger market. And so because it's a lot bigger market, you're not going to get 8, 9, 10% click-through rates typically, where we've had 8 to 12% click-through rates on some of our survival stuff. And it's just a matter of, because that message hits them right in the head versus, a message that doesn't hit you in the head because you're targeting so many different people. So, a lot of things go into it.
Yep. Yeah, we're getting lots of feedback on the CPM thing. Scaling CPM it only works if you have a super large audience and a low daily budget. Yeah, we've done that with some some like type campaigns, and as soon as you scale, you lose that.
Go ahead. I'm dead serious too. If you can, and I am in a mastermind with Kurt Malley, Don Wilson. I mean, there's not a Facebook cat I don't know, and none of them that I know use CPM stuff to actually sell stuff. They might use CPM stuff to get likes and things like that, but it is out there. The CPM challenge is out there. Is that I will stroke you a check tomorrow for $25,000 if you can show me a way to scale up CPM.
Yeah.
And I mean scale. I mean do hundreds of units a day. I am completely down with it, but I cannot figure it out. And I can probably get you money from Don and Kurt too. So
Yeah.
so that offer is lower. But yeah, I just can't. And here's the thing: if we see each other 3 months from now, inevitably Kyle and I will set more money on fire trying to test that damn thing, even though we've never been able to get it to work because it's like the Holy Grail in the Indiana Jones stuff. It's like, man, I know it's out there. We just haven't been able to find it. So.
Yep. The yeah, people are giving us lots of comments on that. Do you use retargeting? If the who how? We we do roundabout retargeting. John, do you want to answer this question more specifically?
Yeah, I've done it both ways. It depends on the offer that I'm running. But yeah, we use retargeting, and there's a couple of different places that you can use. Retargeter, we use them. So it depends. But once we have a winning offer, yeah, you want to start retargeting, and you got to use another platform than retargeters who we normally use. There's another company that we've been using as well, but off the top of my head, I can't even think of their name. So retargeter is not really cheap, but Kyle and I, about 40%, we buy media for companies, and about 40% of our traffic comes from Facebook. The other 60% comes from media buys that we do, other media buys. And so for that, what we end up doing is we use retargeting a lot for that. So.
Do you use the post engagement / sponsored stories option or turn it off? We generally turn that off. We don't generally run that. John, that's quick and dirty. Do you have anything to add to that?
Not really. I mean, depends on what your goal is. I know guys that only use that, but we don't really use it.
Yeah. For splash post, can I use a custom audience? I have to leave. Please answer and I'll listen to replay. Thank you. Yes. You can all splash post guys just so we're clear, is it just creates the post. You still go in and create an ad in the Power Editor like you would with any other ad you create. So if we don't sign up now, do we have a chance to sign up later with your program? Yeah, we'll have it up for a little bit. Make sure you try and sign up in the next day or two. Don't wait a week or two because the class may fill up and then you'll be waiting a while. So try and do it as soon as possible, and then we can figure out time frame after that. Also, guys, there are a lot of people on this call. Just throwing that out there. Melissa will call once you fill out the form and schedule a time for John and I to call. So give her a couple days to try and get through all you guys that are filling out the form and trying to schedule those. So that's just kind of a caveat we'll throw out there too. Do you please share any sites for media buys? Zahir, we'll talk to you on the phone call. This is more of a Facebook type stuff, but we do have plenty of media buy experience, so we can talk about that on a phone call if you want to talk about that. We'll give you some input on that. Sorry, guys, you guys are posting tons of questions, so I'm trying to get through these. What software do you use to find custom audiences? John, is that your phone that's echoing? We don't use any real program to do any custom audience type stuff. It is going to be mainly, now again, keep in mind we're trying to scale, so we're going after large pages with large audiences, so we're not really doing any custom audience type stuff. However, there is value in that if you're not going after such a huge big market, if you're more nichey, but we don't currently run a bunch of that stuff. We're playing around with it, but we don't really do tons of it. John, did you want to add anything to that?
Yeah, a lot of times when we do custom audiences, we're doing our own email list, so that's kind of what Kyle means. As far as scraping tools and stuff like that, we use Don Wilson's tool, which we get people in our training access to. There's a bunch of them out there. None of them are really worse than any other one. you just don't want to forget the fundamentals. I mean, if you're scraping and you're doing custom audiences, and I think that's what you're asking, then, the fundamentals are the same. So just target appropriately. But most of the time when we run media for people, these guys want to do 300-400 units a day. And so, custom audience doesn't really have the same kind of impact as just cold traffic. Because if we can't get it to work to cold traffic, we can't hit those numbers. So that's what Kyle's talking about. However, recently we've been testing what we call micro campaigns, which are spending very little money and getting pretty big ROI to these custom audiences, and it's going pretty well. So hopefully that answers your question. But we're just really starting to do that because it's never been something that we wanted to focus on other than our own email list, targeting those people.
Yeah. And another question, John, I'm getting a lot of feedback from your phone, and we're getting some comments on that. It's echoing.
Really?
Yeah. I muted Taggart, so it's not him. So sorry if you were trying to talk, Taggart. Can you scrape emails and use them for targeting in Facebook? Is that legal? I'm not sure the legality. We don't scrape emails. I don't know if it's legal or not. So do that if you want. Don't do it if you want. I'm not going to tell you to or not to, but that is, you can, if you have emails, you can load those up into Facebook for custom audiences. I know Facebook does not.
You still getting feedback from me, or is that better?
No, that's perfect. Facebook
okay, cool.
does not view that.
I mean, yeah, now here's my thing. Let's not lose sight of, I think you can scrape emails. I mean, I'm not sure that it's going to be a legal issue by any means, because all you're doing, you're scraping those emails. Here's what a custom audience allows you to do. You're going to scrape emails or user IDs or whatever the scraper is going to provide you with, and then you're going to target those people with ads. That's what you're doing. And so what Facebook does is, because it's a custom audience and you have this specific targeting, is they have a low cost per click. It's going to be a little bit lower cost per click with custom audience. That's it. The end. So, the trick isn't, is it legal, so to speak? The trick is it effective and will it make you money? I mean, so like I know guys that scrape LinkedIn addresses and then send me shit emails all the time that I'll never pay attention to. So that's not effective. Don't do that. But if you have a list of people, or, if you can, scrape a fan page and then target those people the right way, and it turns into profit, then that's what you want to do. And one thing Kyle and I are all about is, if I put $1 in, do I get $2 out? I don't care how fancy it is. I don't care about scraping. I don't care about all this stuff. I care about $1 in and at least $2 out, if not more. If you can do that, then do it.
Yep.
I don't think you're violating any universal laws by scraping emails.
No.
And I don't mean that sarcastically. I mean it for real.
Yeah. Yes. Like John said, and one of the things that we talk about all the time is people don't focus necessarily on what's going to make them money, and that's what hurts them. So focus on what is going to be the easiest way to make you a lot of money, and then worry about trying to do some of the crazy little, sure, it's cool to have a scraper, but is it going to make you money? That's a real question. So play with what makes you money, and that's what John and I always talk about. We have a couple quick questions that are about the same. Is it possible to market CPA insurance offers on Facebook? Yep. Yes, if you're running splash post type stuff. Does this also work well for make money biz op offers? Yes, it'll work. Guys, these tricks will work with any product. You just have to know your numbers. And if you're paying less than what your customer makes you, then you can do and scale whatever you want to run. So if you're a massage parlor that's offline and you know that you make $50 for every time somebody comes in for a massage and it costs you $30 in advertising, you make $20 a massage. So guess what? You're trying to get as many of those massages as you can because you're making $20 every time. So no matter what business model you're in or following, if you have to know your numbers, but once you know your numbers, you can take it to paid traffic, and Facebook is probably the easiest way to do that currently. John, anything on that?
It works. Yeah, I mean, it works for anything that, if you have a sales process for it, if there's a sales process, whether it's an affiliate offer, a local business, whatever it is, it works for that. Kyle and I have a module in our training that we do that's pre-course training called the abundance equation, and we show you how to figure out your numbers so that you can explode with paid traffic. The thing is, most people don't know their numbers, so they don't drive paid traffic because they're afraid of it. But the thing is, on paid traffic, if you can make, $3.80 a click like we showed you with those EPCs, and you can spend $3 a click, you still make money. How many of those clicks you want? You want as many as you can possibly get. And we didn't spend $3 a click, but the trick behind paid traffic is to know your numbers so that then you know every time someone clicks how much you're going to make. And it works with any offer. That's the beauty of it.
Yep. Any offer, guys. We got another question from Mary. Do you need jump page? I'm not exactly sure what jump page. Does that mean a lander or a pre-sale page? I think they call them pre-sale pages. It depends on what offer you're running. For that green coffee offer, we did not send them to a pre-sale page. When they clicked that yes, send my free bottle, they went straight to the order page. So it depends on what product you're selling, and that's going to involve some testing on your part. But we didn't use them for that green coffee product. We just sent them straight to the sales page. But that was because it was a trial offer, and we tried to explain to them a little bit what they were doing. They'd be paying for shipping, it's a free bottle, and then boom, they land on the order page that has some other copy where they could fill out the form and do that. Who would want to do a massage for $20? Sorry, Rafael, that was an example.
What kind of massage is this?
Yeah, well, again,
all these questions.
Just know your numbers.
Just know your numbers is the moral of that story.
Yeah, so I'm not in the massage
Somebody
business.
That doesn't know their numbers.
Yes,
wants
right.
to do a massage for $20.
Right, that's who would do it. How large an advertiser do you have to be to have a Facebook rep? Maybe it's a silly question, but anyhow, well, I can show you how to get them if you don't have any budget. But the real question is why do you need to have a Facebook rep? There's some benefits maybe to them. We've gotten some benefits, but
yeah, it depends on what your product is. I'm not sure who asked that question. When I put in there, we'll show you how to leverage your Facebook rep. There are ways to do that, and it can be important, depending on what you're running, okay? If you're running affiliate stuff, you don't want a Facebook rep, but if you've got your own products or you've got a local business or a marketing agency or whatever you have, you definitely want one then. So we'll show you when you want one and when you don't.
Yes. Do you direct to a fan page after they click on the newsfeed ad, or an external website would work too? If they click on our ads, except for splash post, we are sending them straight to the offer page without no stopping it. No, proceeding to go without stopping, or whatever that Monopoly saying is. I don't know. But we're not.
Do not pass go.
Yeah, do not pass go. We're not stopping them anywhere. They're going straight to an offer because we want, like I said earlier, the less hurdles you have for somebody buying, the better. So we'll send them straight there. Can you guys get us into Click Booth? That depends.
Yep,
if
maybe.
we talk on the phone, we'll help you get in there. But
yeah, the answer is maybe.
Yeah, it depends. You have to have a little bit of experience, and we can kind of help you get that. But yes, we have reps in there.
People that take our training, we can get them in Click Booth pretty easy because we do a volume with Click Booth. Those guys know us, and they know if people are coming through our training that they're going to run the good quality traffic, and they're going to do things the right way. So it's a lot easier for us to do that. So, but as you probably know, the person that asked that question, Click Booth turns down about 95% of the people that come through there.
Yeah, we have friends that have been in IM for 20 years with huge lists, and they get denied. So, we can help you if you go through the course and learn some stuff and get some basics. Jay asked, do we have to export emails collected with Splash Posts, or the emails go directly into autoresponders list? You can do it both ways. If you're going to send it straight to your autoresponders list, it has to be one of their, I think, 5 or 6 or 7 or whatever sponsored email service providers. What is Click Booth looking for? I'm not exactly sure. Without getting too much into talking about Click Booth, we just send you to our rep and you answer a few questions with her, and then she sends you to the corresponding person. So we kind of help bypass a lot of that BS and application process that they ask you for. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to get through all these. You guys just have tons of questions, so we're going through them as quick as we can. I'm not understanding what Splash Post does that a normal created Facebook post doesn't do. Either way, they eventually need to click away from Facebook. Okay, a couple things. Um, we couldn't get somebody to click on a normal Facebook fan page post straight to the sales page with for green coffee and get them to convert. That was one problem. Two, we also couldn't really get green coffee ads approved because Facebook doesn't like them. So Splash Post adds a layer of protection for you, which allows you to run those CPA top offers, the green coffee, the credit, fix your credit score, your payday loan type things. It allows you to get through and be able to post those types of ads. So it helps with that. And because here's another quick insider secret. If you use Splash Post, it puts a play button on your image. And if there's a play button on your image, your click-through rate will go up. So you will get a higher click-through rate as well, which makes your clicks even cheaper. So several reasons to use it. Those are just a few off the top of our head, or my head. John, do you have anything else?
Well, sometimes stuff just works. And, there's a lot of reasons for it, but, it just works a little bit better. And the play button does have a lot to do with that. The lander has a lot to do with it. But we've tested a bunch of stuff, and it works better than most of the stuff that we do. That's why we use it. So.
Yes. Javier asked, do we recommend having multiple Facebook accounts for ad managing purposes, instead of running everything from your personal account? If so, how many make sense? If anybody on Facebook is listening, no, we don't recommend having multiple Facebook accounts. That being said, John and I have several that we run stuff out of, but we run stuff for clients. So we try and keep all our clients. We try and keep one product per Facebook account. It's a quick and dirty answer. Thank you very much. Thanks, guys. Super awesome. Thanks. Dan asked, couldn't you create a Facebook post on your page, promote it via Facebook ads, and once it approves, change your Facebook post? Yes, but when you change a Facebook post inside of your ad manager, Facebook will go through the reapplication or re-review process for that ad. So be careful what you change it to, because it's got Facebook will have to revisits that and make sure you're not posting some crazy stuff.
Well, here's the other thing too, that people, it's just easier to do it the right way, or like with a splash post to fly under the radar. Because what will happen, Facebook will revisit your account. Okay, so just because you get an ad approved and it runs for a while doesn't mean that they're not going to revisit it. And they will. They do these sweeps from time to time. And if there's anything on your account that's amiss, they will shut you down. We had an account, we were literally going to spend $2 million with Facebook, and they shut us down. Do not ask questions. We shut you down. That was a long time ago, but they do that from time to time, and we were doing that. We were doing some moogie-poogie redirects, and don't do it.
Yep. Lots of replays. Yes, we'll have replay. Cool. I am dropping the link in and it works. Let's see here. Some of these are older. All right, guys. Here, let me. Bunch of replays. Yes, they want the replay. Okay, guys. Thanks. When does the course begin, and can we jump ahead if we have time and do more than 1 week at a time? John, you want to answer that?
Yeah, we've got a course that's starting up basically right now, and it's the second training that we've done. The previous training is complete, so there is a possibility that, yes, you can jump ahead. Our calls that we do are live, and they're based on results that we're getting right then. So it's not like a drip type of course. It's a live coaching training program to make sure you get results. So, if Kyle and I talk to you on the phone, and I don't mean this in an arrogant way. What I mean is, if you're an experienced marketer and you want to go through that stuff really quickly, we'll find a way to get you access to the earlier stuff to where you can get going. If we feel like maybe you need a little more focus, then we'll tell you that, and we'll say, hey, why don't you just go along with us? But everybody's different. But what Kyle and I have found in training people and dealing with a lot of entrepreneurs is that most people, I know I'm like this. When I get access to a bunch of content, I start picking and choosing, and I don't go through it the way that it was designed to be gone through. And sometimes that can hurt. But we do have guys that are pretty good marketers, and they just need some basic stuff. And if that's your case, then we'll try to accommodate you. Our goal, here's the deal, guys, that you need to understand. And the real answer to that question is, who asked that? What's his name?
That's a great question. I don't know because I was scrolling down to the next questions while you were answering it.
Okay,
I don't know.
well,
Whoever answered that.
Here's the deal. Plug in your name here because it applies to everyone on this call. We are going to make sure to do whatever it takes to get you making as much money in the shortest time possible with Facebook. So whatever that takes is what's going to happen based on your own needs and experience.
Yes. Good answer, John.
You bet.
Rafael asks, I have Blue Page app that works similar to Splash Page and Blue Leads for our scraping IDs. Have we used those? No, we have not, but if they work similar, then use them and do well with them. Yeah, we don't recommend, we use Splash Post we show you Splash Post because that's what we used. Any of those other programs that work similar, by all means, use them. The key is, you want a play button on the image, you want to keep them right on their news feed, and you'll do well with them. So if it does that, keep using it. What affiliate network do you guys use other than ClickBooth? There's several. Max Bounty. We have a couple private networks, Jumbleberry, Convert to Media. We've had some guys use Above All Offers. They say that's good. So there's a bunch of them out there. There's no shortage of affiliate networks. Okay, don't mind using Splash. Why Splash Posts can pass the ad approval easily in those niches Facebook doesn't like? I don't know 100%. What I can tell you is that Facebook will look at the initial link, and that's kind of what they will look at to see if Facebook has a tool, I don't know if you guys know this, where they can see what score your link has that you're going to run ads to. And if they see a Splash Post link, that's the one they run through their tool. So they see Splash Post and they're like, okay, it's not on any spam or blacklist or whatever else. If you're running CPA offers, those are probably going to be on spam lists. So Facebook will say no. So because you're using a Splash Post as your ad, even though the link within that Splash Post sends you somewhere else, I assume Facebook is just looking at the Splash Post link and giving you the passing grade. And that's how you kind of get through their check system. Although I don't know that to be 100% true. That's my theory. Do you stay engaged with the social side of Facebook or focus on marketing? We don't do. John, what you're saying about likes? Gary, this one's for you.
I say that you can't go to the grocery store and spend likes. So we're going to use the social aspect of Facebook when we can leverage it to make money, meaning like those ads I showed you that have the social proof. I mean, if there's 19,000 comments on an ad, they're clicking on it because people want to know what's going on. But regardless of that, I mean, yeah, we're going to leverage some things with regards to our fan pages with targeting and growing it, but we grow our likes organically, meaning we're going to build our page off of the back of us making money. And if it, as Kyle would say, Kyle, what's your saying? If it don't make dollars?
If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense.
And so that's our deal. We're only going to do things and leverage things that make us money.
Yes. Then Lori asks, this has been an incredible amount of information, great campaigns, great inside info. You're welcome, Lori. Hopefully you got some use out of it.
Yeah, geez, thanks for staying on for the train wreck that was the beginning of that.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's true. We had 180 people come over to this one, so thanks, guys.
Yeah, the replay guys will be like, wow, what a great webinar. They'll have no idea.
How long are the webinars for again? What happens after the webinars? Is there any further interaction or support? Do we get access to you guys in via email or Skype? You get, if you're in the course, you get access to us email, Skype. We do live question and answers every week. Again, the trainings are live. We do record them. So even if you miss a training during the week, you can go on and watch it at night. But the course is set up to be interactive. We have a Facebook group with you and interact with you on a regular basis. We do calls with you a couple times, just one-on-one as well. So you'll probably get sick of us by the time you're out of the course, but you'll be making money. So you got to deal with us, but you make money. So that's a trade-off.
Yeah, we have a Facebook group where we go on and we interact a lot. And, you know, the whole goal is, again, you know, whatever you need to get making money is the most important thing. You know, training people is fun, and it's fun because when you see people that go and are able to, you know, get really good results from what you know, and it lessens the learning curve from them, it's a lot of fun for us. And so we enjoy it. And after you complete the initial training, we allow people to continue to work with us. We have a paid traffic mastermind that people can continue to work with us if you choose to do so. So there's lots of ways to work with us. Bottom line is that, you know, you'll have access to us. Again, it's not a, you're not going to get a box of stuff in the mail and that's it. You know, it's a hands-on type deal.
Yes, we get lots of thanks, guys. Yeah, I appreciate it, guys. Thanks for the compliments. Your growing likes organically comment just taught me a lot. Thank you. Yeah, sure, Matt. Again, one of the functions, I mean, I think that John had 65,000 likes on that sold out after crisis page from that one ad. And we didn't run a single like campaign. That was just from running the ad. So there's certainly ways to get likes just running your ad. So I've got a fan page with very targeted U.S. women, 40 to 65, ideas for offers. Well, Diddley, that's prime real estate you have there. Those are our targets. We have lots of products that would probably work to that market. So, or to that.
Diet offers, relationship offers.
Yeah. Skin.
Yeah.
Skin, dating. I mean, we'd like to target that age range for all our stuff. So we got a good start. Great webinar. Thanks for all the valuable content. Will this course be available again in the future? We'd like to think so.
Yeah, you know, here's what I'm going to say to that. I get that question a lot when I get on the phone with people, and basically that question is, and it's a question of basically meaning, well, either I don't want to or I can't take action now, so can I do it in the future? And that's not a derogatory comment. Like, I completely understand. Here's the thing. Michael was being completely honest when he said, you guys should do this. You should do this training. We never really even thought about doing anything like that. So we did our first one, and it went pretty well. And so we liked it, and we wanted to do it again. But there's no guarantee. You know, as long as we keep having it, you're more than welcome to participate, as long as you meet the criteria that we're looking for and that we fit for you. But there's no guarantee that we're going to continue to do it. Kyle and I design our business to work with our lives. I mean, Kyle just got back from Europe for a couple of weeks, and there might come a time when this training doesn't work for our life anymore, and we won't do it. But that's not today. So that's a long answer to that question, but you never can tell what you're going to end up doing or what direction you're going to end up going.
Yes. Very true statements, Juan. And I did get back from Europe. I'm just getting into Facebook ads, but I would like to learn more from you guys. So much to learn. I'm on the training. Can't wait. Cool. What do you recommend for affiliate programs, CPA offers, and skincare, organic baby market? It depends on what you know, Andrew.
There you go.
If you're comfortable and you know a lot about the diet market, do diet. If you're comfortable with skin and you know a ton about skin and who's buying that stuff, you know, and we can show you how to do some research on that. But the short answer is go with what you know, because you're going to be a lot better. You're going to create way better ads, and you're going to have a lot better understanding, and you're going to make a lot more money doing it that way. So it depends on you, man. How'd you like that for a political answer?
Well, it is true, though. I mean, the bottom line is that you really should, unless you're what I call a professional marketer, you should not go outside of niches that you don't understand, because you know it's more difficult. unless you have a process for understanding those. And when you're a professional marketer, that doesn't mean that you have to run an ad agency or anything like that. It just means you have a process for just, discovering who buys your stuff. And most people don't. So I would focus on one product that you know and run it.
Yeah. Um, Jay asks, what ad budget should we have per day or month for this to work? Well, John told you that, and this is an interesting question. John told you that if that our goal is if we spend $1, we want to make $2. So I guess the question I would ask you, Jay, is if you were spending $1 and making two, how many $1 would you try and find to put in to make two out of them? So um, again, once you start and once you see what happens with paid traffic, it's really easy to start putting a lot of money in. That being said, we run campaigns again that, $50 campaigns, $100 campaigns. But I will tell you that this is paid traffic. So you do have to pay money to make money. I'm sorry, you do have to pay money, but you will be paying money and making it back. John and I joke about it being an ATM or we're magicians because we turn $1 into two. But it's really true. So you don't have to start with $5,000 a day like John and I, but once you start to see that if you put in $1 and you get out two, you start to increase your ad budget on your own. John, anything to add to that?
No, you can, like I mentioned before, you can run a campaign. You can spend $100 a day and make, in some cases, $500 or $600. You can spend $50, make a couple $100. It just depends on what your goal is and what your cash flow is. What Kyle and I tried to do on that first call with you, we have a one-on-one call before we get going, and we try to make everything a math problem. Everything in your life with regards to your business, which is what we're talking about right now, should be a math problem. So if you have a budget, and, if you're making 15 grand at your current job a month right now, and you want to get out of that job, well, us showing you how to make a couple $100 a day is not going to work for you. So it really depends on your why, like what's your why, what's your goals, and then you design your ad budget around that.
Yes.
But you can work with small budgets. You can work with large budgets.
Yep. Mike asks, thanks a ton. Other than personal coaching and campaigns that you have already proven, I guess I can fill out the form, but I'm curious to ad budget you require or your cost for handling Facebook ads and media buys if I were a client on that side. We
don't take clients anymore, so that's an easy one for you. If you do have a offer, we can refer you to people that we know. If our clients spend about a minimum $500,000 a month in ad budgets.
Yes. And like John said, if you have a product and you don't want to do this yourself, you can or we can help refer somebody to you. But you might also want to run your own traffic. So yeah, fill out the form and we'll talk to you on the phone, Mike, and figure something out for you. Will this method work for B2B offer, like getting business owners to buy the local marketing service? Yeah, again, this will work for anything as long as you know your numbers. Like somebody clearly pointed out, I didn't know my massage numbers, but if you're business to business, if you're trying to get somebody that you want to do local marketing services for, I assume you have an average sale. So you know that each sale you get is, let's go, $5,000, and it costs you $1,000 in advertising to get a $5,000 sale. You just made $4,000. So you're probably going to do that on a regular basis. So again, as long as you know your numbers, and like John said, we have an abundance equation where we kind of walk you through and help you figure out what your numbers are. But once you know your numbers, then it just becomes a math problem and you just plug in the numbers. But it works with all businesses across all industries.
Yeah, Kyle and I have a business that serves local businesses. It's not a marketing product. We're partners with a guy in a business that serves local businesses, and we use all kinds of pay-per-click ads to reach those people, including Facebook.
Yep. Alini, and I apologize for butchering people's names here. Alini, asks, for Splash Post, can I use a custom audience? Yes, Splash Post just creates the post. Any advertising you do is run just like any other ad, and you can use any type of creative audience and placements and bid type and whatever else you want to use. Splash Post just creates the post. Spend $5 on ads for $60 massage is more like it. Okay, perfect. Rafael, you got your massage numbers. You're either a
Right.
you are either a what is a person who does massages? Masseur, or you can start working for masseurs and get them clients then, since you seem to know the numbers better, clearly better than I understood them for sure. Um, would this work for cosmetic surgeons for lead gen? Again, Paul, same answer. If you know your answer, if you know what a lead is worth to you, which is going to require you to do some math, um, and again, we have a thing that helps you figure out that number. But if you figure out what each lead is worth, and each lead that you get is worth $10 or $5 or $2, and you're spending anything less than that to get a lead, then you know you're making money. So again, it works across all types of businesses. If you're doing lead gen, whatever you're trying to do, as long as you know what your numbers are, you can go at it with a plan, and then it just becomes a math equation. You just got to plug in the right numbers, and so we help guide through that. So the answer is yes. It's all a math problem, Paul. Uh, got redirected to a Weebly page. That's correct. Yep, that's where our forum is hosted on Weebly. A complete newbie to Facebook brand new business with an Amazon product. Would I be wasting your time by filling out the form? No, nobody's wasting our time by filling out the form.